And I've been getting into sports betting recently. And the thing I've noticed about gambling is an addiction. It is. But only if you're bad at it. That is the only time. It's the only time you gotta call the numbers if you're bad at it. There's no intervention for people that are too good at gambling. Like, how many vacation homes do you need, Jim? Fuck. It's not a problem. But God forbid you start chasing losses and you start rigging bets at birthday parties on which kid is going to break the piñata first. And then there's a stigma. And people say mean things. They're like, hey man, who the fuck invited you to my kid's birthday party? Rachel, call the cops. Then the cops come and they ask questions. You know? They're like, did you offer this small Mexican child a corked bat and steroids? My bad, I thought kids love juice. I didn't know we had rules here, you know? They're like, take your kid and go home. And then some guy's like, that's not a kid, that's undersized Houston National star, Jose Altuve. You're like, what? All right, Jose, they got us, man. He was really looking forward to that candy. Yeah. I don't have a gambling problem. Did you know you could bet on the Special Olympics? You can, don't. I'm not saying you should, I'm just saying you can. Okay? I told my wife that, and she was like, oh my God, you're not gonna bet on the Special Olympics, are you? I was like, do you know how many Cowboys games I've bet on? I have blown way past that line. There's no saving me. I don't know, I'm getting older. I know I'm getting older because I don't like music that comes out now. That's how I know. But I feel like I was spoiled because I grew up in the 90s and we had 90s R&B. Yeah, right? It was just passionate, you know, sensual. It was raw. It was raw. I would listen to it on my way to school. By the time I would get to school, I would be pregnant. I'd be like, this is good music. I listen to R&B now. All of a sudden I got a cocaine addiction and I'm kissing boys. I'm not saying it's worse, I'm just saying it's been an adjustment for me. Yeah. I don't know. I liked growing up, man. Growing up with my cousins was fun. I used to get jealous of them because their other grandma, she owned a Mexican restaurant. So, you know, they'd always brag about how good their grandma was at cooking. My other grandma, she sold drugs. Yeah. So anytime my other grandma would cook, I'd be like, oh man, crack again, grandma? Tired of crack. She'd be like, that's too bad. Now pick up your spoon and finish your crack. You don't want it getting cold. You know how grandmas are. It's just like that, man. My mom cooked crack too, but she didn't have the same hand for it that my grandma did. It was not as good. Yeah. I am married. I am. Thank you. My wife is Latina, which is cool. They're like, really? I don't see any bruises. I was like, well. Yeah. My white friends get concerned for me. They're like, oh my God, is it as bad as they say dating a Latina? It's like, well, I mean, I don't know. I imagine it's like owning a pit bull, you know? Beautiful creatures, man, beautiful. But it's only a matter of time. You're like, nah, not mine, man. There's no such thing as bad Latinas, just bad Latina owners, bro. Yeah. And then she bites your neighbor, and you're like, well, that's why they're illegal in Denver, I guess. I don't know. My wife's great. My wife's great, though. She's very successful. She's a famous YouTuber, which is cool, man. And she tells funny stories for a living, which is the best way to do stand-up comedy from your home. She don't even got to wear pants. And best of all, no crowds. Like, she don't got to talk to you guys at all. I wish I could do stand-up comedy that way, but unfortunately, Comedy Works, they're like, you got to wear pants. That is not negotiable. Did somebody tell you don't have to wear pants? No, they didn't. My wife, it's cool, man. There's a lot of ways as an influencer to make money. My wife started an OnlyFans recently. And I know what you're thinking, but it's nothing crazy. Just some light hardcore anal, but it's not that. It's just her YouTube content, but with like more cussing. Which is cool, because I can still make people uncomfortable by suggesting it to other people. You know, like, Grandma, you should check out my wife's OnlyFans. She got some stuff on there I think you'll like. And she's like, hardcore anal? Like, Grandma. Just regular anal. Nah, it's not that though. It's not that. I swear, I promise. But my wife's beautiful, and a lot of people signed up for her OnlyFans, right? Like right away. And yeah, and a lot of people felt misled. They thought it was gonna be something else. So she's getting a lot of comments like, where are the titties? And then, bitch, where are the fucking titties? And it was mostly titty-related questions, I would say. And this went on for some time, man, until finally one day she blocked me, which I was like, that's rude. This is not how you conduct a business. What happened to the customer's always right, you know? Like, service has gone down since COVID. I don't like it. My name's David Sisneros. Thank you guys. You guys have been great.